So since it's Thanksgiving Day and everything, and all I hear out of other gig tubers, I don't think I have heard another gig tuber have something nice to say about the gig economy in a very, very long time. I'm going to make a video about all the reasons I'm thankful to be part and have the privilege of being in the gig economy. I like taking very complex, very complicated issues and simplifying them. And if I had to simplify this entitled behavioral attitude that most delivery drivers have, we simply do not know how good we actually have it. And as a result, we are making it worse. I think a lot of people out here think that because they're using their car and buying their own gas, that they're entitled to make as much as doctors and lawyers do. I completely disagree with you. So I'm thankful not to have a back-breaking job anymore. Now I'm blessed to have had those jobs. The most work-intensive job I ever had was cleaning carpet. I stuck with it. Even though it didn't pay that much, it barely paid the bills. And I was in the heat, and when I say heat, we're talking 120 degrees above because we had to use a steamer. I was in the heat all summer long, barely any business in the winter because no one gets their carpets cleaned in the winter, except apartment complexes. I am blessed to have had the privilege of doing that job because as a result of having that job and sweating and stinking every day, a back hurt at the end of every day from lifting and tugging on furniture, when I found this job, I appreciated it. I think that's what's missing. I think that there's a whole class of delivery drivers out there that has never done anything before they've done this job, and they do not realize how good we have it. So I worked at Smithfield for 5 years. I wouldn't wish that place on my worst enemy. And I mean that sincerely. I've got a lot of really good friends that still work there. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people that I didn't like. So I worked there for 5 years, and I didn't even fight it when they went to fire me. I pointed out, and they was like, later, and I was like, ditto, peace, same back at you. I didn't even shed a tear when I lost that job. Before that, I worked in restaurants. I was a child care worker at one time, taking care of MR and autistic kids, which is ironic because I found out that I was autistic. So that's very ironic. Of the people I was taking care of couldn't even feed themselves. So the first year the Uber X was in my market, I know this is corny, but I kind of felt like I was a superhero because I was making sure all the drunk people got home safely. The novelty wore off after about a year, and at first people were just impressed and happy and grateful to have the service, and after a year it seems like that novelty wore off, and there was everything became an expectation, and I started getting treated like pure garbage. Never again. I made a lot of really good friends driving for Uber. I helped a lot of good people get to work every day, some for free. If I knew you and I liked you, I gave you a trip for free. I didn't mind one bit. It's the dangerous parts of it. I'm not even going to get into it here because I'll be here all day. So when I found Grubhub, no rating system, they reward you, they incentivize you to do a good job. Some people call it rewarding, I call it incentivizing. Grubhub is just insanely great for my mental health, and they actually show me appreciation for going above and beyond for them. DoorDash, fantastic backup plan. I appreciate and I'm thankful for DoorDash for being a good, solid backup plan. With all else fails, I got DoorDash. Uber Eats, golly, Uber, you guys took forever to get in my market. They're a little less of a backup plan because they're not that busy in my market. I have to go to Huntington, West Virginia, and there I'll get one order an hour on average. But they do pay out higher. When you do get one, it's between $10 and $20. So they are paying out higher. They're just not as busy because they were the last delivery platform to enter my market. I'm grateful to have Spark. The Spark kind of puts together DoorDash and Grubhub. There's a few things that they take from each platform. When Spark is busy, there's money to be made. When they need drivers on the road, they lay down some fat stacks of cash. I just got $120 for doing 24 trips in 3 days. That's a bonus, people. When they need drivers, they have no problem. Hey, here's some cash, go get it done. I'm grateful and blessed to be a part of the gig economy. Just don't break my back. Every now and again, you gotta put up with a that's everywhere you go. You know, I hear all these gig tubers ranting and bitching every single day about how they cannot stand this platform and why. I personally don't feel that way. I think every time an offer lands on my screen, it's a question mark. Hey, Jeremy, will you do this for us? Oh, you will? Cool. We'll keep that in mind, and when something big comes through, we'll make sure we hook you up with it since you've done us a favor. And it drives me bonkers when people are like, I'm running my car in the ground for next to nothing while they make millions off the back of their workers. They're not making money, people. No gig app is making a profit. Not like what you think. The valuations come out and they say, oh, Grubhub is worth $5 billion. What that means, if they took the company and sold off everything, they got all the computers, fired all the employees, sold all the buildings, offices, all the equipment, they could probably get $5 billion out of it. That's what evaluations are. When they say a company's worth something, that's what that means. It's not how much they have in the bank. They're not making much. I'd say every delivery I make for Grubhub, they're making about 2 cents profit off of each one. If everything goes right, they're making 2 cents profit per transaction. We're getting the meat and potatoes of the profits that these companies are collecting. So I don't know what everybody's problem is. I just want to go on here for Thanksgiving and express how I am grateful and blessed to be a part of the gig economy, and I'm going to keep looking forward, and I'm going to keep finding positive things to say about gig apps while everybody else is running their mouth. And until next time, peace.